Hey guys, how the hell are you? This is Islander. Welcome back to the island. All right, guys, this is the newsroom. All right, and this is your source for war robots news and rumors. All right, now, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming test server and what's new in war robots. All right, what we can expect in the near future. And we're going to be testing a few things this weekend. Actually, by tomorrow, these tests will start. We'll be bringing you my breakdown on these assessments of the tests. All right. We'll do a couple of videos, maybe, and we'll sit down, not just do videos and not just talk about it, but we're actually going to break it down. But we're going to go ahead and start that right now. And we're going to start off with the real quick, simple stuff first. All right, real quick, the machine guns, guys. The machine guns are going to get reworked. All right, so we'll see what those look like tomorrow. Also, new visual effects, guys. Lockdown, suppression, and repair will all have brand new looks. So we'll take a look at what those look like tomorrow. Last week we did it, and I believe it was the actual shield that had their little visual effects. If y'all saw them, okay, some of the shields had the little splintering of, it kind of looked like cracked ice on it. Others had, you would hit it, it almost looked like a ripple effect. You know, like when you throw a rock into a pond, and you get the little circles that flow out, a little ripple effect. Okay, and they had that effect on the shields, and that effect was really, really nice. I did like that effect on the shield last week. Are they going to keep it? We don't know. All right, that's something we're going to talk about in the near future. Okay, let's see here. All right, this is the meat of it, guys. This is why we're really, really here to talk, to have a discussion. All right, 2 new modules. One of them is not so new. All right, the death mark. We did test this previously, and we're going to test it again now. All right, the death mark is an active module. All right, this module will, okay, you're going to basically select somebody for death. You're going to mark somebody for death. All right, and once you mark that person for 7 seconds, he's going to take 25% more damage than he did without the mark on him. Okay, now you can select anybody you want to on the map. This is the key point of this. All right, if my buddy is across the map and he's about to engage an Ao-Jun, all right, I can look at that Ao-Jun, mark him for death, activate it, notify my buddy on comms. Okay, he's marked, hit him. All right, now he will also have some type of indicator on him, or something will go on as far as the visual effect that he has been marked for death. And now that target will take 25% more damage, not just from him. I mean, not just from my buddy that's about to fight him or me. Everybody on my team that fires on that target will get to a deal, or would be able to dish out 25% additional damage. This is going to be huge, guys, when it comes to the invaders. All right, this is going to be really, really big. This particular test server is not going to be invader friendly at all. Okay. Let's check it out. Let's go over the notes a little bit more. Now, how is this going to play out for FFA? All right. Because in my honest opinion, guys, this is going to be the ultimate trolling module. You are going to be able to troll people big time, especially if this works in free-for-all as well. All right. So we have the number 1 guy, and he's just tearing things up. And we need to get him knocked down a little bit. All right, I can mark him for death. Now the fight that he's about to go into, all right, that guy, the other competitor is going to be able to dish out an additional 25% damage on him. All right, this is going to be a way to chip down people in a game. If it works in FFA the same way it's going to work in regular game, and I don't see why it would be any different. If you mark somebody for death in FFA, you have the module, all right? And damn, guys, people are going to be trolling people hard with this module, all right? If you're way out in front in FFA, don't expect to sit there for long if you're going to be taking 25% additional damage on top of whatever boosters and modules and everything else that everybody's already running. And now you got to take an additional 25% hickey. That's going to hurt, all right? So I'm real interested to see how this one's going to pan out as far as it goes in the FFA range as well as the T-Play. T-Play, we know how it's going to work, all right? Especially with your high-end clads. I guarantee you people are going to have this, and the team play on it is going to be ridiculous. You'll have people rotating these marked for death. As a fight's going to get ready to happen, somebody will call out for assistance. Okay, I'll look over there. I'll mark that person and give my buddy an additional 25% advantage over the guy he's about to get into it with. All right, so we'll test that out, and we'll be talking a little bit more about this mark for death or death mark as it comes up in the near future. All right, let's move over, guys. The next one is the AntiControl. All right, this one is a passive module. All right, the death mark is active, so it's going to cost you power cells to activate that one. All right, let's get back over to the AntiControl. AntiControl, guys, is a passive module. Okay, but this module has an activation and a cooldown. All right, with the first one, you're going to receive, I believe, 10 seconds of protection. All right, and this module is going to protect you from lockdown and suppression. All right, this is bad news for the invaders, guys. I mean, basically, this is kind of like a curveball. All right, you guys are secretly getting nerfed on this particular test server. All right, so let's keep going over it. All right. Let's see here. Now, if you add a second module, guys, it comes down to it cuts your cooldown time in half. All right, so instead of being a 21-second cooldown, it's a 14-second cooldown. Now, it's my understanding when you get 3 of them maxed out, you're supposed to have permanent protection. I don't know if that's accurate or not, or you come down to 7 seconds. All right. I'll get more information on that one, but it's my understanding that once you have 3 of them and they are maxed out, you have permanent protection against lockdown and suppression. Okay, now why is this important? Okay, why would anybody want to run 3 when technically you probably only need 1 to protect yourself? All right, and this is the only thing I can really come up with, guys, because it is an active module. Okay, so let's say you get confronted by a blitz, all right, and he shoots his suppression and it automatically activates it. Okay, or you know what? Let's go and change up the scenario a little bit. Okay, let's say that blitz is running halos. All right, now he shoots you from 500 meters out and he activates your ability. Okay, because remember, it activates with suppression and with lockdown. So if I can activate your ability with a lockdown weapon, okay, then technically I don't need to use my ability just yet. I can activate it, wait for your cooldown to come into play, all right, and then jump in and affect my suppression and engage you the way I want to engage you. All right. Now, if you come in hardcore and you're just gonna run in, activate your ability, and find out that your suppression is not suppressing anybody, okay, and you're running straight down the mouth of my Heishi with my 3 scourges, I'm gonna light you up. I'm gonna light you up. This is also a big plus to scourge users. All right, as far as facing invaders, they cannot suppress you. They jump in on you. You got maxed out modules on your scourges. You're going to light them up, all right? It is going to be pretty much an even fight with the amount of damage you're going to be dishing out, okay? Now, getting back to my other scenario. Let's say he activates that module or that passive module, which is simply using a lockdown weapon, waits his 10 seconds, and then jumps you, okay? Then he is right back to having the advantage that he previously had on you, all right, which is suppressing you, because you cannot protect yourself again for another 21 seconds while your cooldown is in effect, all right? Now, this is the reason why I can see people running 3 of these bad boys on one bot, okay? Especially if you think you're going to be going up against invaders the way you do. The fact that you would be permanently protected from lockdown and suppression, okay, would be a huge, huge plus to your bot, all right? And this is the secret nerf of an invader. These particular modules would totally eliminate an invader's ability to, one, lock you down if he's running lockdown weapons, okay, and two, be able to suppress you at all. He's going to have to fight you straight up, which is going to be more of an even match than you have right now. Now, my other question on this, guys, all right, let's talk about this just a little bit more. There is the active lockdown module, all right? Now, this module costs you power cells to use, and you are guaranteed a lockdown with your first shot, okay? With your first shot, let's say you're running a Spectre shock train, okay? And you know you're going to guarantee get yourself a lockdown once you hit your target because you're using power cells on that target. Now, let's say this particular target is running these counters, okay? A passive, not costing him any power cells. The only one that's going to be spending power cells is the one using the lockdown module, okay? 20 or 30 power cells, whatever it costs you. Now, you shoot this guy, and he doesn't get locked down because he has this passive. We are totally eliminating the lockdown module completely, okay? If this is the way it's going to pan out. There's no purpose, no use to run a lockdown module and waste power cells that if you cannot lock down your target, which is the intent of it, okay? So kind of curious how that's all going to work. Now, as far as are you going to have permanent protection or does it cut it down to the third and make it a 7-second cooldown? That remains to be seen, all right? I've heard different stories from different people saying different things. It's my understanding that Manny has a video up on it. I'm going to go check Manny's video out in a minute. I got a message on Messenger saying he had a video out on it. Of course, I'd already been doing a little bit of homework on it as well, getting ready for this weekend's test server. We can go ahead and take a look at the little notes that they sent us. Okay, and this is what we got going on. All right, the advanced repair unit, 20% more. Okay, I don't see a purpose for this one. With so much repair already in the game, I don't think that anybody would need an additional 20% on a module. Okay, I won't run them. I think it would be a waste of a module space, all right? The AntiControl, which is the one we were just talking about right now. Suppression and lockdown protection for 10 seconds. Cooldown is 21 seconds. All right, or 10 seconds and cooldown is 21 seconds. You know, the interesting part is, can it be activated with just simply lockdown ammo? And if that is the case, guys, it's not going to be as effective as people think as against the invader. The only way you're going to be effective against the invader, guys, is to run 3 of them. Now, keep in mind, if you're going to use 3 passive slots, you're eliminating your thermonuclears, which is giving you the extra oomph to take off that invader, all right? So all of this is going to have to find its own little balance. Now, don't keep in mind, you also have your last stand, which is also a very required module. So how are you going to play this out? You know, do you need the anti-protection, the lockdown? Do you need the suppression protection? I would say yes, okay? Do you need the last stand? And this particular meta, last stand is a must, all right? And the additional power of the thermonuclears is also very much needed, all right? Especially if you're going to be taking on heavy, bulky bots. The death mark, okay, let's go over that one real quick one more time. Targeted receives 25% more damage. Duration of 7 seconds. Cooldown of 20 seconds, okay? And keep in mind that everybody that fires on this guy will deal an additional 25% more damage. I'm not sure how that's going to play out in FFA, if that's going to be equal as it is going to be in a team game. I don't know. Or you're going to be the only one dishing out 25% damage. Because I really can't see myself using, other than trolling somebody to death, all right, using myself a module that I'm going to allow one of my competitors to get an additional 25% damage in on somebody that I'm trying to kill as well, all right? I really don't see myself doing that very much, but there are a lot of people that will troll the hell out of everybody in this game because it's fun for them and that's what they want to do. They're trolls, all right? Trolls have their own unique type of amusement for themselves, all right? Of course, the visual effects, repair, suppression, corrosion, and lockdown. Okay, I forgot corrosion earlier. So corrosion will also have a brand new visual effect. And the machine gun reworks, all right? We'll take a look at all that in tomorrow's test server. Guys, go over everything I had to say right here and give me your take on it, all right? What is this anti-control going to do to the game? What's it going to do to the invaders? Is it any more... I mean, at one time or here recently, I was considering upgrading my Blitz, okay? Am I still going to upgrade my Blitz with this new anti-control coming out? I don't think so. I think the Blitz is going to get put back on the back burner one more time, and I'm going to go forward with some particular weapons that I was working on, all right? I am also in the process of upgrading my Invader, okay? He may sit on the back burner for a little bit more, and I already got him in the... MK2 stage of advancement, all right? And of course, the Death Mark, all right? And remember, you can target anybody, guys. You don't have to have line of sight. You don't have to be able to see them. All I got to do is be able to see you on the map, lock you down, mark you, and everybody's going to take a piece of that pie, all right? Guys, looking forward to your feedback on this one. Really want to hear what y'all have to say. Test server's coming up. Those of y'all that are going to be in the test server, get with me quick, all right? Maybe we can run some duels. Maybe we can get out there and test out a few bots together, test this out on a one-on-one basis, all right? Guys, look forward to hearing from y'all. And until we talk again, this is Islander signing out.